Hello everyone, welcome to Community Distance Reiki. Danielle Stimpson here, owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. If you are new here, go ahead and click that live chat button. Feel free to introduce yourself, set any intentions for your personal well-being. Sorry, I am having one heck of an allergy day. So there's going to be lots of pauses for sneezes. But yeah, go ahead and put any particular wishes or intentions for your personal healing in the chat. We're going to start things off by building a beautiful crystal grid exactly to all of your requests. If you are watching this as the video replay, hello. If you want to skip ahead to just the healing, go to approximately the 1 hour mark, or start looking to where you see the lights begin to shift, and you can begin your journey there. And for those of you returning, welcome back. It's good to see you again, and thank you so much for the ongoing support. If you want to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification courses, if you want to schedule a one-on-one distance healing or a tarot reading, or if you want to shop my crystal collection, go ahead and visit learnreikiphiladelphia.com. It's all linked in the description. And yeah, let's go ahead and take a peek at the grid already in progress. Awesome. Welcome in, everyone. Yeah, I'm definitely like, it's been a horrible allergy day for me. My issues are more with like the molds and things, and it is so damp in Philadelphia and has been for so long that we have mushrooms and moss and things growing on trees and on sidewalks. Yes, on sidewalks. It's been interesting, and I'd rather not take the allergy medicine until bedtime, if you know what I mean. So yeah, thank you for excusing me to occasionally sneeze, not into the microphone. But I'm really glad to see you all. Let's go ahead and do some healing magic for all of us. I've already got some things in mind to help with the allergies and the asthma too. So let's see what we got. Oh, and you're welcome for the July Tarot. I hope that was helpful. Let's see what we got. All right, so Jen, you're gonna be in the background doing something or sleeping. The weather is making you tired and achy. Yeah, it's just been pouring for days. I totally understand. Not feeling tired and achy, better sleep and past life recollection, and you have some stones requested. Paul, good to see you again. Yeah. Patty and Key, you both are allergic to that stuff too. Martha, you've got the allergies too. Well, let's start with an allergy one. Rhodonite. Allergies, asthma, autoimmune stuff. Also wonderful for heartache and heartbreak. Whether it's like a loss of a partner type grief or loss of a relationship type grief, either one, it helps to heal a broken heart so that you can open up to love once again. It's great for the lungs, also for insecurities, and if you're working to overcome any kind of emotional abuse or the after effects of it, this can be a lovely stone. Also helps to balance the yin and yang within the body. So that is rhodonite. Oop. There we go. You're feeling low energy, yeah. Okay, definitely. Yeah, Martha, I might even just resend your whole order and see what happened. But either way, something will be in the mail tomorrow. But I did trying to look up your package and I couldn't find it. So I will, if nothing else, just send a whole new package and we'll work at it from there. But I'm so sorry about that. Let's do... Okay, so Jennifer, your requests were for... You wanted some past life healing, and you requested Lemurian quartz, which I am so happy to bring. So Lemurian quartz is great for past life healing and early this life healing. So if it's childhood stuff, whether or not you remember it, this is one that can help. It also helps with past life healing, even if you don't remember past lives or have that recall. It's great for healing old, stuck emotional things. Helps with also learning about yourself through that self-healing journey, which can be really empowering. So let's go ahead and put some Lemurian quartz around. This is in particular blue mist Lemurian quartz. Okay, there we go. Herkimer is also wonderful for that kind of work. So here is Herkimer diamond, which is actually a type of clear quartz. It's a bit of a misnomer to call it diamond, but this is excellent for manifestation and for relaxation, also for being in the present moment. I feel like if we're manifesting and working towards future goals, being in the present moment is a really powerful place to come from. It's rather than constantly leapfrogging to the next thing, we can be balanced and grounded in what we have today while looking forward. Also great for intuition in general, as well as metabolism, and to harmonize energy. So Vic, I think that might help your housing thing too, but we'll definitely support that as well. I hope everything's going well with your housemates as well. Ooh, this looks really pretty, all this pink and clear. Kunzite is an extremely high vibrational stone of the heart center. Whenever I hold this, it brings to mind the Kuan Yin. It's very connected to the angels. It helps to greatly expand our heart center to be able to hold even more love, and it helps us to connect to unconditional love, even if we're not familiar with what that is or feels like. If that's not something we've experienced, it allows us to experience it so that we can invite it in more. So that is pink kunzite. Moonstone can help us to connect with the rhythms, patterns of nature as the moon controls the tides. If you're doing any kind of lunar magic, or if you work with the full and new moons, working with moonstone is just icing on the cake. This is a stone that's connected with the divine feminine, as well as ancient wisdom and spiritual practices. This is one that can help us to connect with and understand divine timing, especially in those instances where divine timing and our sense of timing are not really the same. And it can help with calling in a good romantic partnership. So we'll go ahead and bring that in. I always think of it as being very connected with like the high priestess in the tarot deck. Okay, sorry about that. Okay. All right, so I hope that helps, Jen. Oh, and sugilite. Sugilite helps with inviting in universal love and interconnectedness. This is one to help connect ourselves with the interconnectedness of all things, the oneness of everyone, and it helps remind others of that. It's a wonderful stone for personal peace and world peace. So we will bring in sugilite. Okay. Hey T, good to see you. Relaxing of jaw while sleeping, that's a good one. Yeah, drainage of all this water for sure. Okay. Just taking in everybody's requests. Okay, good stuff. So, violent integration, emotional healing, grief, and disappointment. You got it. good emotional healing stones. I'm trying to find the best one for you. Let's start with what I have here. So for grief and sadness, I have green onyx. Green onyx can come in a lot of different shades of green, and you'll often see it as almost like a pistachio color. But when it comes to emotional pain and grief and really expressing them and moving through them, this can be a really helpful stone. It can be in the depths of the pain with you while you work through it. It's good for moving forward despite pain and even emotional shutdown too. But it's also great for making decisions for your highest good. It's a very powerful stone of love and support. So we'll bring that in. For disappointment, my favorite stone for that is chrysoprase. And chrysoprase can look kind of like this, or even to like almost like a candy apple green. It's a really beautiful stone in all its different ways. This helps with overcoming disappointment, whether it's in a relationship or in your efforts forward or in your goals. This is also completing goals, follow through, and picking up the pieces after loss. As if we often use the term pivot during COVID, when we would have to, something was majorly lost and you had to move on and okay, pivot. This is that kind of a stone. If you've lost something, if you've lost a relationship, if you've lost a job, if you've lost your momentum, or you realize a goal is unattainable, this is a stone that can be with you there to pick up those pieces and figure out where you're going from now. And it also helps with burnout. If you're struggling with burnout in any way, chrysoprase is one that reminds you that the things that you are farther along on your path than you may have realized, that you've gained a lot more as you've worked along for your goals than you may have noticed. Okay, let me put that there. So, emotional healing, help, and grief. So let me just kind of check in for a moment and see what I want to bring in. I want to bring in bloodstone for you. I've closed my eyes and that's the first one that came to me. This is one of my emotional first aid type stones. This helps with healing emotional wounds in the deepest kind of way. So it's a very deep green with actual like little inclusions of red. Bloodstone also goes by the name heliotrope. So in case you're looking it up, that might make it easier. So this is one that lifts despair, and it's good for those emotional, like it feels like all of the hit the fan, this stone. It's great for those emotional pains that kind of shake your very foundation, and hence the impact on the root chakra as well. But it's one that helps you to relieve self-doubt and, despite the pain, be able to see how you can move forward and to see your true worth and value as you readjust and reevaluate life. It's also good for emotional perseverance, and it's one that I can recommend if you struggle with meditation, with keeping your mind calm and quiet. This is one of the stones that can be quite helpful with that. So violet integration, lots of love for you. I'm so sorry you're going through it. And I hope that this helps. And if I can do anything else, let me know. The singing cats. Yeah, they do sing. It's true. Emotional stability. Gotcha. A good emotional stability stone is lepidolite. I love working with lepidolite. And this is, sometimes it can be solid and look like a purple, almost look like purple gummy candies, and other times you'll see it as this purplish silver mica that kind of like it kind of breaks apart under the right circumstances. But lepidolite is lithium mica. Lithium is used medicinally in Western medicine, and in even the ancient Greeks used it too. Definitely not one I suggest putting in water and drinking the water. I don't suggest that with any crystal, but especially with this one. It does not impact everyone the same way. As a crystal where you're healing with the energy of it, it's lovely for any kind of mood stuff going on, for any kind of emotional balance. It's one that can help soothe and calm and help you understand the emotions, but also to just sort of take the sting out of them. Also helps with bringing attention to any kind of patterns that need letting go. So that is lepidolite. So we'll put that there. And for Martha, kidney, lung, constipation, better sleep, and back pain. You got it. So Amazonite. We'll do some emerald. Kidneys, we'll do picture jasper. Better sleep, we'll do labradorite. Labradorite is a great one for helping you sleep better, and also for clairvoyance if you want to use your spiritual sight a little bit more. It helps with workplace type things, especially customer service type jobs. It helps to calm disputes. So if that sounds like your kind of workplace, labradorite's a good one to keep around. Also great for research and study and detailed attention to things. Really wanted to make sure that I hit the mute button on that one. Okay, so labradorite helps with fine attention to detail, especially when there's a lot of data to go through. So it's wonderful for things like coding or accounting or logistics, anything where there's a lot of information and fine details really matter. So it's great for that, but research and study as well. I know there's not as many people studying in June as there are other months of the year, but there definitely are people still studying. So this can be helpful for that, but I hope that helps with your sleep. Picture jasper helps with, it's definitely supportive of the kidneys, and on the mental, emotional, spiritual kind of levels, it's a stone that can help us to envision potential in the future and to kind of plan big. It's one that can help with anytime you're working on a new venture or adventure. Either one, this is a wonderful one to look at. It helps you to see the bigger picture. It helps with envisioning something that is way bigger than you could actually plan. So kind of like a manifesting through your spiritual sight, if that makes sense. Also helps with releasing hidden fears that might be getting in the way, and moves abroad and exposures to new cultures, helping you to make the most of those. So we'll bring this together. I love working with picture jasper. Let's put these on top of the moonstone. Whoop. Yeah, I'm extra drop C and just kind of off today with the allergies. There we go. Emerald is very helpful for the lungs and also with reigniting our passions in life. It can also help with bronchitis, upper respiratory, everything, sinuses, which is like, hey, me, right now. It also helps with restoring confidence about your appearance and helps prepare you to accept some success. So I'll bring this in for your lungs. Let's actually move these over. And Amazonite can be wonderful for back pain. This is a great stone for the spine and spinal nerves. It's very calming, and it's also one that can help remind folks that tend to neglect their own self-care. They tend to focus on caring for others, to take care of themselves and see that they are indeed valuable and that they do in fact deserve the same caliber of care that they provide for others to be received by them. So we'll bring this in. It's good for self-respect too, but I hope that this helps your back. I was having some nerve issues from my back as well, and found so much relief with this the other day. And constipation, we will bring in Dalmatian jasper and peridot. Dalmatian jasper helps digestion stuff on every level, from IBS to Crohn's to all of it. Especially things like acid reflux are really covered more in peridot. I'm going to bring in both. But this is black tourmaline running through jasper. And black tourmaline is thought to help repel and dispel negative energy. So with it going through jasper like this, it also clears the energy field around your body, your aura. So this can help us to let go of energy in general that we just don't want or need. It also helps to promote cooperation. So Vic, I hope this helps with your housemates. And yeah, also with cynicism. If you find yourself getting to a point where you're getting really cynical with stuff, this can help break that up. So Dalmatian jasper. And peridot, like I said, is just wonderful for digestive everything, so that included. It's also helpful for supporting those friendships that help you to be the best version of yourself. We all know those friends and have those friends. It's great for fidelity, releasing anger and jealousy as well, and helps to break bad habits and limiting cycles. Next we have, and I'm so glad you're here, Martha, Vic, joints, absolutely. I think most people that would have joint pain, if you're in anywhere that's like damp like this, it's probably not going to help it. Howlite can be very helpful for the joints. This is a teeth, hair, bones kind of stone. I have issues with bone density and bone strength, so I work with this stone a lot for that, but it's great for the joints, whether it's dislocations, joint pain, or healing within the joints. Howlite is superb. It's also a stone on the emotional level of helping us process anger, resentment, and frustration, especially if we need to find a way to resolve the root cause that's leading to those feelings. This can help take the sting out of them for a moment, so we can kind of use our logic and our heart center to figure out what if anything we can do to shift the situation. So let's bring that in, and all the best for your joints. Yeah, I'm really lucky with all of the like leg pain and stuff. Weather like this isn't the thing that does it. True cold may, but yeah, luckily I don't get the pain in the joints or anything when it rains, but I know so many of you do, and I'm so sorry. I'll take allergies over pain any day. Okay. Hey, Affirmation Station. Good to see you. And Catherine, wonderful to see you too. Oh, you love the purple in the center of the spiral. That is sugilite. That is sugilite, and it's a really pretty one too. Sugilite, and it comes in lots of different shades of purple, by the way. So if you see it online, it might not be that it's not the right stone. There's a lot of variations. So sugilite can be for connection to the interconnectedness, the oneness of all things, and also for connection to inner peace. It's definitely like a world peace type stone. Let's see. So inflammation and fluids being where they shouldn't be. Gotcha. We gotcha. So let's do lapis and some aquamarine can help with that. We'll also bring in some unakite, because I see down in the comments a few of us are mentioning that. So lapis helps with pain and inflammation, particularly inflammation. It's great for truth, communication, honesty, openness, and integrity. So if you're looking to grow your integrity, your way of communicating, and being able to say, yes, I can do this, no, I can't do this, to meet your commitments, or be able to get ahead of things and say, oh, okay, I can't meet this commitment. That's what I mean by integrity. Kind of, as my friend Jane would say, the talk to do ratio. Also great for the ears, so the inner ears, whether it is hearing related or balance related, lapis is thought to be really helpful. So we'll bring this in. There we go. Aquamarine is helpful for the fluids within the body. Also great for bringing about justice, like a may justice prevail. It's good for the teeth and gums, as well as forgiveness and deflecting pettiness and really low vibe behavior. We often joke that it's the anti-Karen stone. It really helps break up not only pettiness, but people misdirecting their aggressions at someone else, because it's easier to take it out on someone else than it is to actually solve the problem or deal with the problem. So yeah, it's great for all of those things. So this is aquamarine. Another stone that can be really helpful with fluids in the body is unakite. So this is fluids in the body, but heart, circulation, all of that too. So that's unakite. This is also a superb stone for women, especially around anything hormone related or anything related to fertility, birth, postpartum, all of that stuff. This is a stone that was often for quite some time given to people when they were married, because it was thought to invite a good marriage and lots of health in all of those different phases of life. So let's go ahead and bring in the unakite. But yeah, for here, we'll definitely focus on the fluids. There we go. Awesome. Hope that you are doing okay. Snow is so much worse. Hey Maritza, good to see you. For your health, absolutely. I can do like a general health stone. If there's something specific, let me know. But it's also okay if you don't want to get specific on such a public forum. But yeah, I can do definitely some stuff for health. Let's actually do, I kind of want to bring in tree agate. This is a stone that helps to, it's actually sacred in Ayurveda. Ayurveda is the sister science to yoga. And in Ayurveda, which also has the chakras, which you may be more familiar with, other energy, so cardiac in nature, okay. Unakite is helpful for that. Bloodstone is helpful for that. So those are there. And sorry to hear that. And this is thought to help balance all of the energy in the body. So in the system with chakras, which is the system that we would see in Ayurveda, the chakras are like the big players, but there's lots of smaller, if you will, like tiny tributaries that help carry the energy throughout the body. And those are the nadi. And this is thought to help balance the flow of energy throughout the body to support optimal health and well-being, regardless of what imbalances you might currently be dealing with. Sorry about that. Let's see, what else do I have cardiac in nature, if anything? Also aventurine. This is thought to help with heart rhythms. So aventurine not only helps with things like heart rhythms, but also eye problems and fertility, but it also on an emotional level helps us expand our vision of ourselves. It reminds us that, like, hey, guess what? You're loving and filled with potential, and did you know how much potential you possibly have? So it's a lovely, heartwarming stone in that regard. Very, very, very emotionally supportive. The name of the stone, so the name of the stones that can be helpful for cardiac stuff are aventurine. I use tree agate to help with the flow of energy in the body, so tree agate. And for cardiac stuff specifically, I would say unakite. Aventurine is thought to help fluids in the body, so in that regard, circulation. And yeah, those would be the ones I would use the most. Good stuff. And heart and bloodstone. I'm going to put this into. This is thought specifically, aventurine is thought to help with heart rhythms. I don't know if it's more circulation or rhythm based, but those are the intentions. If it's a blockage issue, sometimes tourmalinated quartz is indicated. Tourmalinated quartz is always a good one to use. It does so many different things. This will actually be helpful for Jennifer Vatsa with her request. This can help really break up old patterns, including from childhood, and to ground and release nervous energy. But it's this is black tourmaline going through quartz. So we talked about black tourmaline going through jasper with Dalmatian jasper. And in this particular case, the quartz that the tourmaline is going through is green, so it makes it even more heart center related. But essentially, this is thought to be like the breaking up scar tissue kind of stone. Emotional scar tissue and scar tissue in the body and on the body. So it's thought to help cardiac blockages. It's also great for bringing in new jobs, new opportunities for work, passive income, gigs, side hustles, all that kind of stuff, like new opportunities to earn, as well as fortune, luck, and protection when you're traveling, especially if that's by car. And with the weather we've been having lately, that can't be a bad thing. So I'll bring this in too. You're welcome. You're a walking human barometer, full loss of balance due to weather problems. I get my ears, I feel it in my body and my ears pop, but it's not like a bad feeling or a painful feeling by any means. Oh, it's good to see you, Chris. I hope you're doing well. Catherine, I'm definitely going to get everybody's requests too. So, Catherine, you could use some lung healing because the smoke in Michigan is really upsetting your asthma. I saw that it was going through Chicago. I didn't know it was, well, of course it would go through Michigan too. It's right there. I mean, at least in terms of like giant wildfire smoke. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Rhodonite will be really helpful for that. Emerald will be helpful for that. And also I know we want to bring in some abundance stones. So let's bring in some pyrite. This one helps the lungs, the brain, and the memory. And it can help us to manifest financial abundance, which is never a bad thing, always a good thing. This can be very protective as well as helpful for intuition. So if you're working to open up your intuition, but also that boundary of what you do want to be open to and not open to, pyrite can be helpful. But it's fool's gold, and it's thought to kind of pull in the real gold. So yeah, definitely hope that this is helpful. So for... Oh, and Paul, you're struggling with burnout. Yeah, definitely, and especially because you're in nursing. So Amazonite and chrysoprase would be wonderful for burnout. This is one that reminds you of like a So Amazonite reminds you more about self-care. This is a stone that basically says like, hey, kind of come back a little bit. And it basically reminds you of what your goals are and how far you are along those goals. It can be very helpful for burnout and also with disappointment. Oh, and thanks for the reminder. Yes, definitely hit the like button. All right, I'm going to hit the mute button. Oh goodness. thanks for sticking with me even though my nose is bright red, everybody. Deep appreciation for it. Oh, great. So Patty has some good ones. So moss/tree agate, red tiger's eye, lapis fuchsite, zoisite. Fuchsite, zoisite. Fuchsite's a good one for burnout too, Paul. Fuchsite reminds us to take time for play and encourages us to just let go and have fun, really give into that child nature that we need. So of course it's extra great for inner child type healing, for balancing out things like burnout, also boosts the energy of other stones around it. It's thought to help carpal tunnel, and it's great for spinal alignment as well as sleep disturbances. So let's bring this in. Red tiger eye helps with energetic protection. It is a powerful energy protector of the mundane, from like the mundane bullies in life all the way up to like malevolent spiritual work. It's great for all of the above. It's also helpful for manifesting financial abundance in a hurry. But yeah, absolutely love it. And it's, being that it is red tiger eye, it's super pretty. Love looking at it. Zoisite helps us to connect with nature, and that can be so rebalancing, but it also helps us to release negativity if we're really holding on to it. If we find that it's difficult to let go of, this can be very helpful. Also wonderful for fertility and for encouraging us to kind of face the obstacles and challenges that are in our way, especially if it's like you have a million in the way tasks to get to what you need to do, and you kind of procrastinate and push them off because they don't seem in direct alignment with where you want to go and what you want to do. Zoisite can help you feel encouraged to get those things done rather than procrastinate or back away from them. Let's do, I may even take this chrysoprase and put it right here just so we have plenty of room. Okay. Let's do that. Okay, awesome. And honey calcite. I think we all could use some honey calcite. This is just always like a wonderful stone to have no matter what. This helps to balance the solar plexus with the sacral and the lovely place between. So our sacral is where we relate to other people and the world around us, and we have our relationships. Solar plexus is our center of self-identity, our sense of will, standing up for ourselves and who we are as an individual. This is a stone that helps us to really invite in a lot of optimism, but also to attract really good people that are going to be in alignment with any healthy boundaries that you have, with the good relationship of how I relate to others and who I am as an individual. So if you have experienced a big shift in life and you're looking to attract people that are in good harmony with who you are right now, it's a great one. It's wonderful if you're moving or anything too, or starting a new job. It's like, may I find my people. Divine communication. And Paul had health, wealth, happiness. Lovely. Perfect self-expression under grace. Ooh, good stuff. So let's do, I'm seeing a lot of like good expression stones, like communication stones. Let's do, there's two stones that I like that are kind of like the opposite sides of things. So one is blue lace agate. This is good for like sore throat, tension, headache, that kind of stuff. Also great for arthritis and fractures. But it's also wonderful for expressing things that are emotionally very difficult to say. Or if you want to tone down the words or make the words more tender if you need to say something that someone else is going to have a difficult time hearing. But yeah, this helps us to express our emotions in a really deep way. The other I'm going to bring in is kind of the other side of that. This is like strong, bold communication, speaking your truth regardless of anything else. So it's often like the truth teller stone or the don't shoot the messenger kind of stone. It's a stone that's very protective of truth tellers. It is blue tiger eye. So beautiful. Yeah, speaking your truth, bold communication. It also brings in a lot of calm and eases stress. So if you get stressed out about speaking or communicating in that way, this can help support that. It's more of like a facts over feelings, this is the way it is kind of stone, and I love it for that. And it also helps not only with speaking your truth and like communicating it, but not just in speaking, but in writing and expressing in any of the ways that are important to you. So let's do some of these. And the two of them together can help with, yes, I can say it sensitively, I can support myself while I say it, and I'm still going to speak my truth. So there we go. So I hope that that helps. Health, wealth, happiness. Let's also do some wealth. Let's bring in some citrine. Citrine is our financial abundance stone. This is great for not only calling in that abundance, but with making good financial decisions with what finances we do have. It helps with balancing logic with intuition. It's thought to aid things like fibromyalgia, as well as nausea. And it's great for things like compulsions and addictions as well. So this is citrine. Health, wealth, happiness. Let's do happiness, definitely the fuchsite. I kind of want to bring in some yellow calcite for the happiness too. This is one that helps with optimism, self-confidence, being exactly who we are. It helps break up any blockages in that solar plexus chakra, the center of self, but also how we show up in life and doing things that are in alignment with who we are, our greater good, and not overly following or taking in the input of other people. Yeah, this is about moving forward based on your priorities, your desires, and prioritizing your goals in life. Also helps to release any need for approval of others, but more than anything, this is a really joyful stone, and because it's very close to honey calcite, they work together really, really well. And I'm so glad to see you again. Let's see, we've got healing of body, mind, heart, and soul. We've got some snowflake obsidian. This is great for guilt and reorganizing any of the patterns that we have that tend to get in our own way, whether they're patterns of behavior or patterns of thinking, whatever the case may be, this can help. Also great for the body, mind, spirit, balance, as well as hope and serenity and peace, especially hope after a time of loss. It can support clairaudience, which is our spiritual hearing, and it helps to calm overstimulation too, which can be really helpful. So there we go. Snowflake Obsidian. Harmony with housemates, definitely. Herkimer, Dalmatian, and Carnelian. This is everything about the sacral chakra. So how we relate to others, the relationships we have, including, of course, romantic relationships and even attracting a partner, as well as sexuality, sexual function and dysfunction, fertility, but how we relate to everyone and everything. So family relationships, housemate relationships, colleague relationships, neighbor relationships, all of these in here. Also, creativity in a big way, because creativity is really housed in the sacral. And this is also one that's great for colds, allergies, and also wound healing too. This is indicated. So yeah, I hope that that helps there. You're so welcome, Paul. Hey, Maria, I hope you're doing well too. Good to see you. Divine communication. I'm seeing a few people requesting that. So let's definitely get some of that in there. Let's bring in some chevron amethyst. So chevron amethyst is and these are a little bit on the smaller side, so it's harder to see, but do you see those kinds of white lines in there that look very deliberate? If these specimens were larger, the fact that we are calling them chevron would make more sense. So essentially the white lines within them kind of go up and down, much like a chevron, or as I would describe it to folks, Charlie Brown's t-shirt. It's a chevron. It's thought to take what's in our hearts and bring it up to spirit, and what spirit's message is and bring it down into our hearts. So it really helps with that connection. It's also great for not just intuition, but like shamanic journeying or things like lucid dreaming. Bring that in there. Mediumship. Here we go. Connection to our angels. Ooh, that's where I want to place that. Just making a mess here. Thank you for your patience, everybody. But yeah, so connection to our angels, journeying, mediumships, visionary work, and any kind of spiritual work that involves bringing in messages. So it's also great for degenerative diseases of all types, as well as tolerance, and for connecting with our angels specifically. Celestite helps with connection with our angels, as well as our higher selves and our guides. It helps with not only feeling them around, which can be so supportive and helpful, but with better understanding of what they have to share. It also helps us to better decide and discern between what are our logical thoughts and what are our fears, which can be a little hard to parse out sometimes. It's also thought to help, or at least I've experienced to be helpful for any manner of physical pain too, in that it kind of changes our perception of physical pain in a lot of ways. Let's do... Oh, the storms must be calming down. I hear birds chirping. So yeah, let's bring in some celestite for angelic connection. There we go. Awesome. Ooh. Healing for your son who got stitches on his forearm, working with roofing steel. Healing skin and tissue, emerald is very helpful. Illness and injury. As well as, yeah, physical recovery, tissue repair. Definitely shungite. This also helps stress. Stress, emotional blocks, emotional pain, but definitely great for physical skin and tissue healing. It also helps clear the energy field, and for anyone who's sensitive to electromagnetic fields, definitely grab some shungite. This can be very helpful. Not everyone is sensitive to that, but those who are, this is really helpful. So that'll help with that. And yeah, keep me posted. All the best to him. So we've got stress relief from humidity, absolutely. And the pace of your job, blue sky, definitely for stress, shungite for sure. Let's bring in for physical energy too. Let's bring in some bumblebee jasper. This can definitely help with energy and vitality if you feel really like just sort of burnt, like not necessarily burnt out, but really just tired. Tired in general. Also great for mental focus and decision making. It's another stone that helps to balance the yin and yang in the body. It empowers manifestation, anything that you're asking the universe for, and any kind of collaborative group work. It's one that helps to give us a lot of motivation too. Like, let's dive right in and get to work. If you struggle to feel that vibe, bumblebee jasper is helpful. It's also really positive and gives a lot of confidence. This stone has sulfur as well as arsenic in it. So another one that you don't want to put in water and drink. I never suggest doing that, but especially not with that stone. There we go. So hope that you feel better. With that, let's see. T had a focus, feeling really scattered. Bumblebee jasper will help with that. Removing the weight of other people's beliefs and expectations. Success, connecting to spirit, and managing the heat. Gotcha. So hang on one sec. So managing other people's beliefs and expectations. Gotcha. One is yellow calcite for sure. The other is mahogany obsidian. This can definitely help you feel like letting go of any need for approval of others, releasing that, feeling valid within yourself. It helps to release perfectionism, and it's also helpful for releasing anger. It's great for skin healing, so this will definitely help for Catherine's son too, and for carpal tunnel if anyone struggles with that. But this is also great for meeting goals, vitality, and strength. So this hits a lot of notes that a lot of us have been struggling with today. Yeah, this is one that I often work with for like the concept of a done something is better than a perfect nothing is one that I struggle with, and mahogany obsidian can be really helpful with that. Okay, there we go. And cool. Connection to spirit, we've got a lot of good ones on. It seems like we're all looking for that today too. It's good to see you, T. Hey, JS, good to see you. Oh, you need another chevron amethyst. Maybe I have one laying around for you. If I do, I'll just add it to your package, no worries. JS, supportive job, connecting with the spirit guides. Garnet for executive function reasons. You got it. I'm glad that your son's okay, Catherine. Thanks for Bumblebee, Jasper. Is it safe or unsafe to hold a piece of it to have it against the skin? It's okay to hold it. Arsenic, you need quite a bit of it, but it builds up in the body over time. It's not one I would give someone with a smaller body to hold on to or hold in their skin. And after holding it in my skin, if I was really sweating or something, I might not. And I would wash my hands after, but just holding it like I just did is totally fine. If you find jewelry made of Bumblebee Jasper, make sure that that has your skin covered, that there's some kind of metal or silver or something covering it, because that would be against your skin for a very long time. So garnet helps definitely with executive function. It is the executive function stone. It helps with organizing, practicality, finding the best way to do things, being innovative and finding new ways to do things. Also helps to find a lot of balance in times of change. It can add a lot of strength as well. But yeah, this can help you find the best way to get things done, be consistent, and make the most of your time. So garnet. But yeah, Bumblebee Jasper isn't one of the most, it's not great to hold against your skin for a long period of time. Definitely don't put it in water and drink it, but you can hold it. Cinnabar is the most dangerous because it's actual mercury. And also there's lots of stones that have lead in them too. Finding a supportive job. Supportive job. We have tourmalinated quartz, which is helpful. But let's do some Larimer. This is to be on your spiritual purpose with confidence and be a bit of a spiritual pioneer, so it can kind of help you with like the job that's best aligned with you. So that's Larimer. Yeah, anytime that we're working with being in alignment with our soul's purpose, job is going to be part of that, whether it's directly related or indirectly related, because we spend a lot of time there. So this is one that helps us in that regard. So we'll bring in Larimer. And I also want to bring in Chrysocolla. This really helps encourage you to support your soul's purpose. It can be very encouraging. So it can help you find a job that's really best, like in alignment with you. And it also helps you with making decisions that are in alignment with your highest good. So deciding whether or not to take a particular job, this can be really helpful with. Yeah, and finding new ways of creative expression too can be really helpful. I'm going to put a piece here and a piece here, and I hope that that helps. Connecting with spirit guides, we've got a lot of good ones for that. I'm also going to throw in some blue kyanite. So for a lot of us, they're setting the intention of hearing our spiritual guidance and connecting to our guides. Blue kyanite can help us with understanding those messages. It also is very supportive of radical self-acceptance, accepting and loving yourself exactly as you are, as well as certain types of neurological care. Sorry about that. So, and also this might actually help tea in that kind of work environment that you're in right now, with like loving and accepting yourself as you are, not necessarily everybody else's feelings on the matter. Let's do here. Okay, there we go. I think that can help. We've got lots of good crystals for spirit guides, chevron amethyst and stuff too. I love the synchronicity for all of us, for sure. Let's see. And let's go ahead and take a peek at Chris's request. I tried to work in a lot of yours. Let's definitely bring in some malachite, some sapphire, and apatite. So for everybody looking to connect with their guides, sapphire, absolutely. Sapphire is wonderful for channeling and connection to spirit, hearing your angels, hearing your guides, and also if you're somebody that does that work for other people, this will help you find the best words to describe your impressions to your querent. It's also superb for the thyroid, speedy justice, eyes and ears, as well as dementia, both for the individual with it and their caregiver team. Definitely for envisioning good, positive things in times of a lot of upheaval and change. And in general, just everything having to do with your angels can be very protective, angelic protection too. But this can be a little bit of an unbalancing stone for some folks because it is so potent. So there's definitely, I recommend some work. If you're using it for channeling, definitely have a good grounding kind of technique for yourself. Here we go. This is starting to feel really lovely. Blue apatite helps with, no pun intended, but very kind of is. It helps with our relationship with food. Yep, blue apatite. So blue apatite helps whether you're looking to lose weight, gain weight, or just have a healthier relationship with food regardless. Healthy shift in diet or better attitude around food and eating. Also great for courage on your soul path, as well as learning about your soul path. If you're not sure what your soul's purpose is and you feel like you're searching for that, this is a lovely stone to help you connect with it. It's also great for strengthening your auric field or your energy field. That's great for anyone who's empathic. If you feel the energy of others and you tend to absorb it, this can help you strengthen your energy field so you're less prone to doing that. And it also helps to bring about harmony and peace, and it's great if you're dealing with any kind of a difficult audience, like you're around a lot of people who don't quite want to hear what you have to say. Blue tiger eye is great. Blue apatite is great for that too. So let's bring this in. But yeah, it's a great stone for bringing in harmony and peace. Okay, so blue apatite and malachite. Malachite's also going to be really helpful for violet integration. So here, let me grab it. So, malachite, we can see how it's got these beautiful greens in it. This is a stone that helps to move really difficult emotions through the heart center, so that we don't get stuck in the heartache and heartbreak. We can start to process what we can that's there. It's great for inflammation, arthritis. It's also supportive of the health of the liver, the pancreas, the spleen. Letting go of the past. It helps with insomnia and also with really processing those painful emotions, like I mentioned. It's also often used for phobias, including fear of flying. So let's see. I'm going to put these two here. And oh, I missed a whole bunch. Okay, here we go. Let's see. A stone to help depression, anxiety, stuff that's really intense. Got Aqua Aura. For those of you just coming in, I am battling a crazy amount of allergies, so pardon my sniffles and occasional mutes. Aqua Aura is wonderful for depression, as is peridot. And of course, like for anything, and I usually try to mention this at some point during the stream, whether it's physical health, emotional health, mental health, crystals are supportive of everything and a replacement for nothing. So I hope that this is supportive and helpful. But this is one that I often work with for depression. I struggle with it. I take meds for it. I meditate. I do all the things. And I absolutely work with crystals also. And this is one that really, really helps. This was clear quartz, and this very like striking blue is absolutely not like a natural thing. This has been put through a process with gold, and it actually gives it this very different healing energy. For the longest time, I was like, do I really want to work with like the aura stones? And I started working with them. Like, these are lovely. They're very different, but they're lovely. So I hope that this is supportive and helpful. And we also have lepidolite, which can be very helpful for that too. So lots of love to you and your friend. Not blaming ourselves or taking things personally. So what you're talking about, blame or by overeating. Blue appetite for sure, so I put that in. Old deep wounds and releasing. Lemurian and tourmalinated are in there. Taking it out on ourselves, blame, yeah. Like kind of like it's my fault, and then we do the guilt and the shame. Guilt, like misplaced guilt, is snowflake obsidian, which is here and here. And a lot of stuff where we can take on unhealthy amounts of shame that really aren't ours is mahogany obsidian and blue kyanite. That's like high level spiritual pride in who you fundamentally are, not like pride in what's in the garage, pride in you. I hope that helps, and lots of love. Detox system, liver, etc., longevity. Kanta, definitely malachite. So those are in there. Continued recovery from back issues. We have amazonite and fuchsite, which can help with the spine. Alignment and balance of energy. We have tree agate, which helps to balance the flow of energy in the body down to even the smallest channels. It's sacred in Ayurveda for doing so. So that can be helpful. Oh, it's okay. There's no such thing as being late to a live stream. It's all good. And COVID, Lyme. We've definitely got heart stuff in there. We've definitely got arthritis and eye stuff. And let's do the COVID and Lyme. Let's do some moss agate. Moss agate is very much celebrated in Chinese medicine for taking care of and really helping the body to get an upper hand on things that are spreading quickly throughout the body. So viruses, bacteria, things like that, whatever the case may be. It's also deeply spiritual. It helps us to do work like higher self work and inner child work, but really helps with a connection to spirit. So I think that this is very spot on for all of us today. It's great for connection with unconditional love and connection to nature, and as well as fears of the unknown. Yeah, I didn't want to take allergy medicine before I went on because then I'll feel kind of ugh. But I'll be okay. 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 Looks like I got everything. Okay, good stuff. A stone to foster independence. Yes. Fostering independence. Absolutely. Definitely yellow calcite can help, as well as Larimer. Let me see what else I can grab. So there's a few that can really help with like independence, and definitely yellow calcite can help because it helps with the solar plexus, and that's our center of self-identity, our personal will, and who we are as separate from others. Polychrome jasper feels like a good stone to bring in today too, but yellow calcite's there. Any stone that helps self-confidence, including black onyx, but polychrome jasper helps with motivation as well as self-confidence. It kind of breaks up indifference and it reignites our soul's passions to do what feels really important to us. So while it's lifting our confidence, it's bringing us in the direction of like, what do I want to do? What's important to me? And so that can really bring about that independence. It also is great for physical movement. So like lower extremities, including like the lower joints. It's thought to have an impact there. And your Earth Star chakra. So walking the walk, so connecting with your soul's purpose, but making it actionable and able to show up in that regard. So this will help that too. So I feel like this is a good one. So polychrome jasper. I was working with this stone quite a bit during and immediately after COVID. Was like, oh, I feel so stuck. Like, what do I do? There we go. It really helped me kind of break out of that indifference and go like, wait, what do I want to do? Okay, let me just find a new way to do it. It was like this and chrysoprase together really helped me after I closed the physical studio. So I hope that that helps. Yeah, so let's see. So we've got heart conditions. We've got definitely covered tonight. Lots of folks with that. Arthritis for sure. Eye issues for sure. Skin healing for sure. I think we might be there. Yeah, let me put in 2 more pieces of malachite because I think that that's a good fit for a lot of us today. Yeah, let's put in 2 more pieces of malachite. And then I think we're going to do the thing where we express our gratitudes and I explain what Reiki is. And then get into our healing. Sound good? I hope so. Awesome. So yeah, if you haven't hit the like button already, please consider doing so. Let's see. There was a talk of septarian. You got it. So septarian helps with emotional healing. It also goes by the name dragon's egg. It helps with, on a physical level, like muscle pains and spasms, also with wound healing and lesions and things. So this will definitely be good for Catherine's son too. But it's also for understanding the underlying causes of our attitudes, beliefs, behaviors, for doing shadow work, and also for doing the kind of emotional work that we need to feel vulnerable. This can help support us in doing that. And it absolutely does help with an understated solar plexus, which would be things like feeling like it's hard to be independent. This could be really helpful for. So good call. And thank you and thank you, Patty, for bringing that in. So let's go ahead and we will bring it into the center here. And I think we'll take this beautiful septarian and put it right there. I think that's it. Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and walk us through what Reiki is, a little of how it works, how to make the most of this beautiful session, and then we're going to get into the healing. So go ahead and do that thing where we'll go ahead and if you want to help me lift the energy of this circle, of the space that you're in, of ourselves and each other, go ahead and dive into the chat and share anything that you're grateful for. Anything at all that you feel like you can share on YouTube anyway. And I'll explain what Reiki is, how it works, and then we're going to get into the healing. So thank you everyone for being here today. Again, I'm Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. And if you want to learn about live one-on-one Reiki certification courses online, if you want to learn about my one-on-one distance healings and tarot readings, or if you want to shop my crystal collection, go ahead and visit my website, learnreikiphiladelphia.com. It's linked in the description below, and you can also find links for my social media as well as my email newsletter. So thank you so much for being here. So as I mentioned, I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. I teach Reiki, and the term Reiki has basically become a catch-all term for energy healing. Specifically, I work with Usui Reiki, which is the technique created by Mikao Usui in the early 1920s in Japan. And this particular system is incredibly spiritual, but also 100% secular. You can insert your understanding of how the universe works here, because teaching anything that looked even kind of like religion in the early 1920s in Japan really was a no-go. So what makes Usui's system different, and what is the concept of energy at the root of it? Well, what is the concept of energy? For that, we're best looking at Shintoism, which is the indigenous spirituality of Japan, in which everyone and everything has a soul. And all of these souls are interconnected and inextricably linked. It's thought that the energy that keeps us alive and animated, the soul energy, is provided by spirit, as you would define it to be. And it is basically flowing through everyone, everywhere, all the time. And our body, mind, and spirit work with this energy to help support the greatest healing and balance we have one moment to the next. And this spiritually guided soul energy in English is Reiki. That's how it translates. So this energy, like I said, is available to all of us. We're working with it all the time, even though we're not consciously aware of it in our culture. This is an energy that nonetheless is still there, and we can still work with intentionally as well. Much like how we're mostly made of water, but we don't really think of it that way. And yet our body needs water for even the most basic cellular functions. Yet we drink water and we don't have to think about all the things it does in our body. It's very much the same with Reiki. It's there, our body does what is in our highest good, and then we can go on about our day. When we're working with Reiki energy, essentially what I'm doing today is using Usui's techniques to connect to that energy and direct more of it to you, allowing your body, mind, and spirit to make the best decisions and the best healing for you in this moment that can be. And while that's going on, you may feel Physical sensations, you may have some emotions rise up or be released. On a mental level, you may hear your subconscious. You may have an opportunity to like think some things through that you haven't been able to process before. Spiritually, you may get some clarity, some revelations, or even some intuitions. You may also have a really relaxing nap, and chances are it's going to be some perfect blend of all of those that is best serving you in this day. What do you need to do during this session? Not a thing. I usually suggest that you just find the most comfortable place to be in and just enjoy. You can close your eyes, you can sit, lay down, or you can move around. You can do a couple of yoga stretches on the floor, you can journal, whatever feels right for you. There's no wrong way to use this time. You don't have to do anything though. You don't have to focus your mind on anything. You don't have to keep your mind silent. You can simply be exactly where you are and how you are, and the Reiki will support you in exactly that way. If you feel like you are distracted or that you almost came out of your session a little bit, you can always take a deep breath in and out, and it'll help bring you right back in. I'm going to send this healing to all of you regardless of when or where you are for 25 minutes, during which time I will turn the lights down. You'll notice they move slowly and gently from one color to the next. At no point will they flash or strobe. And I will turn up the music. So if you enjoy the music in the background, go ahead and check out our musical creator. She's linked at the bottom of the description below. So you can go check out her YouTube and listen to her music throughout the day should you want to. If you want to know more about me, you can find it at learnreikiphiladelphia.com. But also with Reiki, the beautiful thing is we are all interconnected, so it doesn't matter where you are in relation to me in terms of miles or kilometers, and it doesn't matter when you're watching this. The healing will be available to you. So if you're watching this in the future, hello from the past, you're going to have a great session. And also those of you that are here live, if you ever feel like you need a session and I'm not live, go ahead and check out our past healing playlist. There's over 300 videos there for you now. You can enjoy any of them whenever you feel like you need it, and it'll be there for you. And I'm so happy to have you here today. I am here 5 times a week, same days, same times, all listed in the description. If you subscribe with your notifications on, you will always know when the healing is live, so you can pop on in. And thank you so much for being here. It's an honor and a privilege always to share this healing with all of you. And thank you all so much for co-creating this beautiful space of support and encouragement. It warms my heart more and more every day. So thank you so, so much. So let's go ahead over, take a peek at that grid. Thank you all for sharing your gratitudes, and let's get into the healing. Oh, by the way, during the session, I'll be sending at the end of that 25-minute session, you'll hear my voice welcome you to come back in, take a deep breath, and at that point, I'll reopen the chat. You can ask any questions you have, share any experiences, all good. And today is Tuesday, so we started at 8:30. Tomorrow we start at 4 p.m. All those times are East Coast US. So let's go ahead back and take another look at that grid. Awesome. Okay, let's see. Oop, we're a little out of alignment today. Hang on. There we go. That looks better. Ooh, that's pretty. I'm loving the purples, greens, and blues. It feels amazing. Thank you everyone so much. So, thank you all for being here. I hope that all of you enjoy your session. I've put my intention in there for allergy healing, and I already feel better. I'll see you all in 25 minutes, and thank you so much. I invite you now to take a deep breath in and out. Slowly come back to your body. Thank you so much for being here with me this evening. An honor and a privilege, as always, to share this healing with all of you. Apologies for that odd twitch in the music. I don't know what that was. If you have any questions or anything to share, go ahead. Oh, you're welcome, Jennifer. Oh, hey, Jennifer got the motivation. That's awesome. I understand, Jen. You're welcome, Martha. It's good to see you. Oh, I'm glad you feel better. I'm really glad you feel better. I feel better too. I feel so much better. I can breathe out of the left nostril. Oh, it's so nice. Yes, odd twitches do indeed happen. Oh, okay, cool. If you could send me those. I did some research too, and it's mostly like none of the ones that I found really resonated with me. So let me know. Let me know what Key found. Oh, nice big stretch to everyone. The kittens are sleeping like little babies, and they should be. They have been having the nighttime zoomies the last couple of nights. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Patty. And thank you all for the love and support in the chat. I really appreciate it. I'm sure you can hear how much better I feel. And here, I'm going to show you this. How much better I look now than at the beginning of the stream. I did Reiki on myself. I did a neti pot earlier. I like did a steaming in the shower and all that kind of stuff. And all of it helped, but nothing quite helped like this communal healing. Like it really is a powerful thing when we all come together. I can breathe through my nose and I'm not sneezing. It's lovely. Thank you all so much. All of you, lots of love to you. So I'm going to go ahead and get ready to end the stream here unless anyone has any questions. And I wish you all nothing but love and support. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. So everybody take care. Be well. I'll be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. East Coast U.S. time. Thank you for being here. Lots of love to all of you. I'm so grateful for every single one of you. Thank you. Oh, gotcha. But lots of love to all of you. So take care. Be well. I hope to see you again, and bye for now.